What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Black Air Force Energy.
Me, I'm in my zone, focused on my own growth. I be water walking through these streets like sailboat. Me, I be the compass as I lead and guide my people. I'm a father, I'm friend with a couple guns legal. You not that smart, quit the bull. Yes, I'm seeing right through you. I be talking to the spirits, but best believe it's not voodoo. Yeah, I know you think you him, but in my head, I'm like who you? I'm a legend, I'm a beast, I'm the rose that grew through concrete. Let's keep it going. Keep it pushing as I lay back. Curtains drawn like I'm in a Maybach. Me, I'm so unique, I'm like needle in the haystack. Catching money, dodging fame. I sticking over while stacking racks. Go and hammer pop your shit, but don't be mad when I clap back. Let's keep it going. Yeah, let's go.
Me in the jungle, hit a rumble. Caught a couple touchdowns and I had a couple fumbles. Look at me, now I recovered. This is mind over matter. Keep it pushing when I stumble. Long way from home to gather wisdom and stay humble. Eyes wide shut, this me. This is dawn till me vessel crumble. I return.
I'm the specter with a ghost missile. Watch me load it up, blow it up. Twisted metal on the battlefield. If it's up, then it's stuck. Leave you fools roadkill. AR rounds blasting out the grill. Yes, I drill for the thrill. As I ride into the shadows in a hearse. Sending out secret spirits as a gift and curse. But still I'm pimping like I'm Pinky. I be in a pink caddy in your ride, rinky dinky. Boy, I'm feeling kinda hungry. Think I got a sweet tooth, so I bring my flavor flows and I spit it in the booth. Then I hop up on my bike like Ghost Rider about to spin. And in case you didn't know, look, my name be Mr. Grimm. Skull faces flying, chance of survival very slim. Home and missiles swing like grapples. Let me unravel your apple like a bottle of some Snapple. This is just to tell you and let you know what you in for. Welcome to Twisted Metal. I'm Calypso, your mentor.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. What? Welcome to the lighthouse. Sit down. I ain't like y'all. King on sevens. I done bled through every trial. Sword on my back. Hey. Axe on my back. Hey. I just want my anchors. You could keep your plaques. Hey. Don't start Kins PG. That's a fact. Hey. DMV ain't no faking. We ain't cut like that. That's a fact. DMV ain't no faking, we ain't cut like that. Drop from the heavens, landed in the dirt. Halo on tilt, but I still did the work. Prayers in the kitchen, paint on the stove. Every scar on my body is a story I wrote. Trials and tribulations, all on my name. Still waiting on revelations. Truth in the flame. I'm beyond angels, I'm a man, I'm brave. Test me, try me, that's a gamble with death. Welcome to the lighthouse, sit down, I ain't like y'all. King on sevens, I done bled through every trial. Sword on my back, axe on my back. I just want my anchors, you can keep your plaques. Don't start counting Kins PG, that's fact. DMV ain't no faking, we ain't cut like that. Don't start counting Kins PG, that's fact. DMV ain't no faking, we ain't cut like that. I protect.
We're gonna start this in a moment. I just like to chill and just kind of warm up. So don't mind me. Y'all can come back when the show gets started, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to listen to my music because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's right. Today we're going to be talking about old school versus new hip hop. We're going to be listening to what it is that's the difference in music today because you know something? I'm fed up. As a fellow artist myself who never made it, yeah, that's right, failed career, I'm still fed up. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's listen. Let's keep on rocking out. I'll be with y'all in a second. Let me just go ahead and get my mind right.
I be the boss, I'm head honcho, I stay with it. All protection in my section, got a gun, but got my weapon. I stay reppin', I stay steppin', move like a panda. While in jungle, like them paper, I them box cookies, grumble. We still deep, we still ambush, we still creep. We move strong like a military, heads down, guns. Rest in peace to the ones buried. A lot of y'all dudes be moving scared. I don't chase, but I catch a rat like Tom and Jerry. I got the juice, I'm on the roof like Batman. Cause I stay on y'all ninjas head, forget the code. Cause all y'all street guys done turn the feds, all the codes are long lost. So what's the point of having street credit?
Respect. Man, welcome back to another episode of Smitty's Corner, aka Lighthouse _301. Let's go ahead and let's talk about this. Let's talk about this one right here. So before we get started, as always, I must ask, how are you? How was your headspace? And how has this day been treating you? Just in case nobody else asked you. Respect to you. All right, now, let's go ahead and get it started. Y'all know what it is. Respect. So what we want to talk about today is music. Primarily, the genre in which I myself have found myself to be in. And that is the rap/hip-hop community. Okay, people. What we're going to do is we're just going to sit back and kick it, because what we're going to do is we're going to listen to what really is the difference nowadays, right? Because I'm going to tell you right now, me personally, I peep a lot of differences. I do. There's so many things that are different now. And we all have our thoughts and our perspectives on how we see these things that are different. Everybody sees it different. There are a lot of people who even come from my generation who say, rap is better now. It's more creative. It's more swagged out. Well, what we're going to do to start off, we're going to warm up. We're going to warm up, okay? Hopefully I don't get hit for this, okay? But we're going to go through a video. And this video is we're just going to sit back and kick it. And we're going to listen to old school versus new school. Then we're going to get into the legends, actually talking about where they see rap/hip-hop going today. And why do I say rap/hip-hop? Because it is a slash, because it is separate, although it's one entity. Hip-hop once upon a time was not rap. But we're going to get into all of this. So let's go ahead. Let's have some fun with this right here. I'm about to pull my screen up. I ain't even going to hold us. This right here is our warm-up, so y'all can get a good feel of what it is I'm going to be talking about on this, okay? So let's go ahead and do it. And I'll go ahead and drop the link a little bit in a minute, but I just want to get my spiel off before we go ahead and talk about this. So let's go ahead and do this right here. Let's see what we got. Let me share my screen. All right, y'all. So let's go through it. Old school versus new school. Let's do it.
Broken glass everywhere. People on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take
mask on, fuck it, mask on, mask on, fuck it, mask.
I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it when I'm done and make sure it's broke.
I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants. What's up?
I got the horses in the bag. Horse stock is attached. Head is mad.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the bitches, slapping the hoes.
Made this here with all the ice on in the booth. At the gate outside when they pull up, they
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. From the gang called niggas with attitude.
I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. Vanessa nigga with some counterfeits.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door.
I got broads in Atlanta. She's at the lean, the family. Credit cards and the scammers.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their racks on.
From the depths of the sea, back to the block. Snoop Doggy Dogg, Pokey is the doc.
I don't really care if you cry. I don't really shouldn't have a lie.
ain't nothing going on but the bomb rap song hitting all night long.
Beat it up, baby, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this cookie right in your face.
I hear Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. A damn shame.
Put it out the coupe in the lot. Told him for a club, for a swat. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit it.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warmer G was on the streets trying to console.
I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich. Throw that to.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up.
Drinking dope turned me to a superhero. Yeah. Hit that pill.
Grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no job. I've been a throw up the sex in a.
I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge.
Dollar bill, come get her. Even your man know Nicki's do it better.
I got black, I got white, what you want? Hop outside a ghost and hop up in a fan on. I know.
Picture perfect. I paint a perfect picture. Bomber suckers with precision. My intentions to get with you with that and double.
I ain't joking, do it sound like I'm kidding. I've been making like 2,000 a minute. So hot.
It's a shame you only in the rap game. Only for the money in the fame. Extra large.
I told you long ago on the road. I got.
So that just ruined the whole mood. Anyway, you all get the message. We ain't gotta go no more. Because if they show that nigga one more time, if they show his ass one more time. Okay, people, so let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and let's have a conversation about this. Old school versus new school. What really is the difference? Now, you know, before I get into this video, I'll tell you right now, with somebody who has done music for quite some time, I'm gonna be real with you. I've gotten to the point where let me tell y'all something. I come from the days where, like, when you could flow, that's what we used to call it. You could spit, you could flow. That was like such a flex. My nigga, that was a flex just as much as being able to say, I got a good ass job. When you can rhyme, when you that person in the neighborhood that, like, when we all sitting around on the cypher after we get done playing basketball. Now, first and foremost, little do you guys know, again, I'm going to reiterate. My nickname originally from where I'm from is Spitty, not Smitty. Smitty is way later on down the line. Anybody who really knows me knows my name is Spitty. Why did they call me Spitty? Spitty, a.k.a. Spit-Toya. You know why they called me that? Because I be spitting bars. I was the go-to guy. Yeah, and where I'm from, I was that dude that does that. I stopped talking about it. I stopped talking about music as much because I seen how far down it's gone. I've recognized how much it's elevated in certain areas. I can't even front, like the beats, the instrumentals, my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. There are so many of these beats nowadays. If only I had that back then. Oh my goodness. But you know what? A lot of them we can go ahead and we can just do our own little remix. We can do our own little mixtape to it now. So that's not a big deal. Thank God for technology. Let's rock out, right? In that aspect. But you know, I stopped talking about it because once I found out that there was something called a smart rapper, you know, people don't actually like smart rappers. And where are the manners? Nancy, if you would be so kind, hit that theme song while I go ahead and give my spiel. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead, bring that down a little bit, Nancy. Thank you. Yeah, right there is perfect. Thank you, beloved. Okay, now, so I stopped talking about it. Man, I used to love to get around people who actually respected the art of rhyming. And I'm saying it just like that. The actual art of doing lyrics, knowing how to tell a story, knowing how to put things into a certain sequence. I have an infinity for that, even to this very day. But then we find ourselves, we have to kind of switch it up, right? See, I come from the days where, bruh, I come from the days of when we rhyme, like we rhyme. Like we don't play with that. Small example. This right here is my brother. Just let it play briefly. Just a small piece, right? Let's give you a little snippet. Then we're going to get to this video. I'm used to coming up to guys who can do something a little bit like this.
It's Twin. Lone Star.
Lone Star, that's me. That's me and my brother. But it's just him on this one. But I want you to listen and pay attention, right? I want you to listen to how he put effort into what he's doing. It's a lot of little bars, little double entendres you don't even be catching, right? But let's listen. Let's see what we got.
We County boys, you know how we coming. PG County for life. We ain't playing no games. Look, this is how we gonna do it, look.
You know, white to the verse, fast and slow. Do it for the love, don't need cash and flow. You know, every track I'm smashing those. I'm all of the above, you lack a hoe. I pull up with stock cash bulging out. Spend it to the last, never holding out. I slang by the feds, never rolling out. The legend of Twin been spoke about. I open mouth, you close your mouth. You supposed to pout. I chose a route and walk the path. Ain't rapping quick, not rapping spit, just talk the fast. I'm rocking fuel, so hold the gas. Pull out the gas, you supposed to blast. I'm everlast, go extra miles, you slowing up. All living out, I step outside, feds lock me up. You wait a while, I crack a smile, go back to trial. White tee on, no gators on, no crocodile.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, stop playing with me. We come from the days of we put effort into like actually rhyming is my point. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take time and we're going to listen to some old school OGs, right? We're going to listen to like who the people who I would consider the true kings of this, at least some of them, those who are around, those who did this interview. We're going to listen to what they got to say. Now, this is where everything gets interesting. Now, let's go ahead and do it, people. All right. So you got a good feel of what we're talking about. How much rap has changed. Like, bruh, nobody's even interested in it anymore. You know, once upon a time, you had to be on a certain level for people to even want to hear you. I'm talking about in the neighborhood. I ain't talking about no record labels. Just around the way. And then if anybody remembers, we always had that one dude that was like our homie. He don't rap for real. Like literally, he said it. Now watch where I go when I make the connection. He don't rap for real. But he liked to hop in because we inspired him so much. Like me and the other two dudes, we just like killing it. And he want to hop in and yeah, I'm on the beat. I be rocking. And he ain't really saying nothing. But we sizing them because that's our mans. You know what I'm saying? We giving them love. Like, yeah, they get we be throwing little ad libs behind them and shit. Whoop, all that other shit, right? But he wasn't saying too much. That's just our homie. The industry literally took that homie from every hood and made them the star. The industry literally has discarded everybody else who actually has true talent and put in the front lines those who, and then think about it. The homie would say, I don't even rap. What is the number one thing you hear these rappers say? I ain't even no rapper. But you got like 3 mixtapes and an album and you're on tour. Yeah, but I ain't no rapper. How you not a rapper? Make that make sense. How you not a rapper? So let's go ahead. Let's listen to this video. Let's go ahead. Let's get to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 5:39 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Let's go ahead and let's rock out. I'm going to go ahead and pull this video up. And let's look at how those from the old school, because that's basically the meat and bones. It's going to be a short live as always, but that's basically what I really want to tap in on, because it's a lot of great points that was, oh my man, it's just like endless great points that were brought up. So let's go ahead and look at this. Boom, 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 and let's go.
Today's music has no substance.
We could be in a way better place, especially with the message. Wu-Tang had a message, regardless of whether you heard gunshots or there was still a message there. Well, I think that my generation read a lot more books. You know, we went outside, we touched dirt.
To E40 calling out every rapper for sounding exactly the same.
I don't like where it's at. A lot of people sound the same, bro. A lot of people sound the same, and they talking about a lot of copycat, and a lot of them is saying the same thing over and over and over instead of mixing it up. Feel like it's not enough creativity.
These OGs have made it crystal clear they ain't really rocking with what the new generation is putting out.
The dumbed down culture is mass marketed.
Now, this is the thing about it. Let me just say this briefly. Let me give my little slight disclaimer on this part. I do recognize the difference in how things like, look, things always change and morph and shift and all of that, right? It was changing when I was coming up. You know, we had a group called Bone Thugs and Harmony, for crying out loud. They totally changed the game. Whether you actually like them or not, like, it just brought something different. So I recognize the bringing something different. My whole thing is the effort in which is put into what is brought that is supposed to be different. You see? And so again, it's almost like you don't have to have no real talent. It's like they don't like, they make sure they make it very clear. And you know what? You know what's almost like crazy? It's like genuine, true, raw talent is almost like discouraged. They'll let just enough in the door to keep the rest of the people with real, true talent inspired. That don't mean everybody getting in. As a matter of fact, most won't. Majority won't. Let's go.
Played over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's not a record. You could put it, he got some endorsements, he made some money. Put that record on in 10 years and see where it stands.
Whether it's Jadakiss breaking down why today's artists have lost the competitive hunger that defined his era.
We could put more shit around it, but if we take the initial elements out, the foundation's gonna cave. If you listen to what's going on right now, it's not even rap, so it's not on no level. Shout out to those that rap.
Or Young Jock going off about how the lyrics are poisoning the community.
I can turn on the radio right now, take all the music out, and just listen to what the we saying on these records and this music and what the our kids here that sit in the back seat. But this is poisonous. This
absolute facts. For a lot of these tracks that's out, you just take the beat away. Because see, I come from back in the days where we would do something that's called acapella. No beat. Hey, bro, just go, flow, go off the top, and we just rhyme. Right? But like, we still had like a certain little, like, you could bop your head to it. It was a certain rhythm to it. Don't get me started on rhythm and hip hop today. We're going to get to that in a little bit. But yeah, if you take all of the little ad-libs and gunshot sounds and the colors in the background and the slow motion movement, the smoke and everything else, when you remove all of that and just listen, oh my man, it's garbage. Majority of garbage. But it is some folks, again, I got it. It's some new school stuff I rock with. So I'm not even about to sit up here and act like it's nothing I listen to, because it damn sure is. Let's go.
telling me to triple cross my own kind, and my partner, I was to shoot him, set you up, your wife, your baby mama. Come on, y'all. Let's listen to it.
These legends aren't holding back their feelings about the culture's decline.
A$AP Rocky or 2 Chainz or one of them, I don't even consider that, hip hop. Anybody could do that.
So grab a snack and get comfortable, because these are rap OGs who really don't with the YNs. Jadakiss. When asked about the current state of the culture and what's missing from today's generation of artists, Jadakiss broke down exactly why the game has lost something that can't easily be replaced.
It's all about balance. I mean, some dudes should just rap. Some dudes can rap and sing. Some dudes should do some other shit. Rap is for rapping. Everything else is getting away from the elements of hip hop.
Absolute facts. I was one of the main ones. I was like, now listen, I get it because look, I have to get it because there were a lot of dudes that actually sang and rhymed when I was coming up. Devin the Dude, he would sing and rap. We love Devin. Shout out, right? Like I said, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Harmony, as in they harmonized. They would sing. They would try to fake sing like, right? Do or Die. We can go down a list. A whole bunch of rappers did that. So I get that element, right? I get that element. But like he lying when he says that part. Let me play just that little teeny part back real quick.
Some dudes should do some other shit. Rap is for rapping.
Exactly. Right there. Rap is for rapping. That's exactly what I wanted to pinpoint before I push play. The thing about it is that, like me, for example, I'm one of those, I can write a hook for someone who can sing to incorporate to a song, like my song, whatever. I've done that before, right? I've written a song. I don't have the voice. I don't have the range, right? I don't have that range. I smoke too much. I don't have a range for that voice, but I can write it for people who do. Now, the thing about it is that what I had to learn how to do, like he said, a balance. I had to learn to be versatile because when I first came out, you would think I was more so like an angry battle rapper because everything was like slash you like a, chop of meat, blah, 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 all these little bars in like a battle form. But then I started to switch it up. I started to come up with more storytelling. I started to come up with more of a sequence type dynamic, right? Where like things happen here and there. I started to come up with like, I'm telling you the ending of the story in the beginning, and I'm giving you the beginning of the story and the ending. So I started to switch it up. So although I wasn't able to necessarily do the harmonizing necessarily and be able to rhyme, I wasn't like on that Drake type mode, that Wayne type mode, if you want to say. I still was able to be diverse in anything. I could talk about anything almost. I was one of those. Still am. For the most part, I don't have my touch how I used to. I'm gonna be honest with that. This world has definitely done something to the man's brain, but let's go.
Everything else is getting away from the elements of hip hop. Beats, rhymes, DJing, know what I mean?
What do you think is like the next thing, you know what I'm saying, in rap?
Just told you, I don't know. Oh, this shit is whack. Whatever they find, I can make them some money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Kiss made it clear that the competitive spirit and the hunger that defined his era has been replaced by something softer and more calculated.
We could put more shit around it, but if we take the initial elements out, the foundation's gonna cave.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This was wrong with our culture too. There's no such thing. Well, it is because they made it. Whoever they is, it's East Coast rap, West Coast drill. Think about it. Good music is good music. Is an art. When you do that, you causing conflict. Rap.
Facts. I was even one of those where if you got a good song, I'm not tripping off of like that. No, I don't want to listen to so and so because they ain't even street for real. They just a rapper. Ain't that the whole point of what they supposed to be doing? That's like somebody trying to tell me, nah, I don't even want to eat Smitty's food because he's just a chef. But who else food you want? I don't understand. It's not making sense. Make that make sense. People did not want to. I know dudes who so street. They be like, nah, I only listen to Face because he's street. I only listen to Jay because he a real hustler. I only listen to Pat. Nah, listen. If you do good music, you do good music, and I love that I love good music. Let's keep on rocking out.
Rap is rap. When we make it territorial, it becomes a war's gonna happen eventually. How many times the #1 rap song of the year is not even a rap album? #1 R&B album, it'd be a rap album. Yeah. The game is to be passed on to the youth and the new ones coming up. Some dudes get a couple dollars, you might, whatever, it might make you think you know what it is. You might have to go live a little and bump your head, and then you might retract and ask somebody how to, navigate through that. But there's a lot of them that really want to learn and have careers and don't want to be no tax trouble and invest and learn how to, transition into doing other things besides just going in a booth. But who wanna, who's looking for longevity and who might be here for. How many rappers ain't here from last year? If you listening to what's going on right now, it's not even rap, so it's not on no level. Shout out to those that rap on a high level. Let's get back to that. Shout out to those that do whatever they do, but a more.
It kind of. I get you on that, Riaz. I get you on that. Everything you miss is in the UK. I get you on that. A lot of that is here. See, unfortunately, what I'm speaking about is more so the mainstream. Awesome lyrics is everywhere, and I promise you, whatever is going on, I'm just gonna say it, Riaz, just to go ahead and stamp it. Whatever it is that's going on in the UK, it still came from here. They're still getting it from here. They still getting it. Whatever leaked into the sewers, the underworld of the UK, I promise you that comes from the running streams of the underworld of here. And it leaks all over the world. You smell me now? Respect to you. Let's keep listening.
Larger shout out to the high level rappers. Get with us.
Nope, we ain't listening to that. Let's go ahead and get right on back to the video. The time right now is 5:51 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, and I thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and go.
Method Man. Meth has always been one of hip-hop's most respected voices, and when he sat down to talk about the current state of the culture, he didn't sugarcoat anything.
Talking about growth, Meth, hip-hop has changed how it talks about relationships over the years. Like, where do you think we've grown, and where do you think we still stuck?
I mean, it starts with a lot of these gatekeepers trying to dictate what this new generation should be doing. We could be in a way better place, especially with the message. A lot of work to still be done, man. Because honestly, when we was doing it, we had fun. We're creating generational wealth, and they're the babies of that. When I was doing it back in the day, I mean, Wu-Tang had a message, regardless of whether you heard gunshots or there was still a message there.
That's an absolute fact. When we were doing music, when we were listening to music, we would hear all kind of gangsters, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. But it was more so in what's called a pretense, as in this is what was happening. We're not going to be sitting up here talking about active cases while they're open. I finally get the grace of God to get me out on bond. So now I'm going to go and incriminate myself even more before I hit trial. Then turn around and say everybody's snitching when I couldn't help myself but to put everything online. But then we go down and then we break it in even down further into what he said, the substance of it. I always used to call real rap, real hip hop a home cooked meal, basically real music. Let's just put it like that. Real music. It's like a home cooked meal. A lot of this, what we getting on the radio airwaves, it's like a drive-through. You can never compare anything from a drive-through from what is home cooked. It don't even sit right on your stomach the same way. Let's keep going.
The vibe gets lost for the substance. The substance, there's no substance in the vibe. The vibe has no substance and shit. I just wish it was a bit more diversity, for lack of a better word.
I was thinking about there was a level.
I got you. AKA, there is no nutritional value in the hip hop and the rap that we listen to today. You already know, fam. What's going on, Sunkiss? I see you, girl. We talking about old school music, rap and hip hop versus new school and how much it's changed. Let's keep going.
Of emotional maturity that may not exist now. Because like even All I Need, that was our relationship goal.
Well, I think that my generation read a lot more books. We went outside, we touched dirt.
He acknowledged that they've done well in the business department, but something crucial is missing from today's music.
And again, I can't knock these kids for liking what they like. I can live vicariously through some of these youngins, you know? And what I can give this new generation credit for is that they did a lot.
The video's messing up. I'm looking at that. Hold on. So let me do this, y'all. Let's just keep listening to the video, okay? I'm gonna push play.
More business than show, and the show business part of it, you know? You know, so experience is king, and to be honest, I'm not knocking anything they do because they doing their numbers, and it looks like they having fun. But again, substance, and you only think about.
Now, that's the part I have to disagree with. No, Meth, I don't believe they're having fun. I believe that they're dying at an alarming rate. Shout out to you. Yeah, they getting somewhere. They getting somewhere. They getting somewhere. But nah, real talk though, like, Meth, nah, there's no fun going on in these streets right now. There isn't. There's nothing but RICO charges. That's not fun. A RICO charge is not fun. Ask Young Thug. Okay. We got all kinds of people losing friends. I'm talking about they not even hitting 30. Matter of fact, hitting 30 is considered an OG. Can you imagine that? OG is 30. Your hairline ain't even start receding yet, or maybe it did, depending on your genetics. But my point is that we don't even, I'm trying to figure out where's the fun at in any of this. People be complaining about their money being messed up. They run through the money, then they owe the label. I don't see nothing fun about the industry today. I'm just being real with you. What we say now? And see, that's what we talking about, son. And that's what we get into. Those of us who come from a certain generation, age, and era. I got you. I got you on the typo, sis. Let's go.
These things when you get my age.
Meth's observation is a common opinion that a lot of these OGs share. When talking about their craft, it's obvious they have a lot more respect for the creation and art of hip-hop. R.A. the Rugged Man. After hearing Lil Yachty say he doesn't know the old school legends like Biggie, this underground veteran.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. There we go. Let me put it in the back.
The history of music, when you was a great horn player, you studied the horn players. You went to the spot and you checked out the great horn players in your neighborhood. When you was Sam Cooke trying to be a singer, you was in the church singing with the great singers. You was watching the great performers. When you know, and then when you went to hip hop, the people who started hip hop, they like Barry White. They like disco. Right. They studied music. They loved the craft. Music is a craft.
That is absolutely true. And see, that's where I started to lose my wanting to really push forward in it, because the day that somebody told me you sound like a smart rapper, I said, what is that? What is a smart rapper? What do you mean by that? Yeah, you a smart ass rapper. So basically what I was being told is you need to dumb it down. I was given that message before. This is a true story. Let's go ahead and follow through real quick. True story. I went over here in PG, right? We got 2 radio stations. We got 95.5. That's the one Tigger used to host. A lot of y'all know Tigger from the basement. He was over here on our station, 95.5. And we also got 93.9, right? So I went over there to 93.9 with Russ and them. So I talked to DJ Iron. It was on a Tuesday. So on Tuesdays, I believe Tuesday and Thursday, they did I got you, Native. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, what they would do is they would allow anybody who got music that's local to come through. I came through. I'm sitting on the couch. Other local folks, yeah, I'm on the casting couch waiting for my turn. And they call you by your stage name. They call me, okay, all right, Lone Star. Right here. Come on back. I went on back. I sat down. I went on ahead. Let me go ahead and drop this real quick. Boom. I got you, Native. I went on ahead and boom. I went on ahead and sat down with him. I played my music. He said everything. He said, man, you got the voice. I don't know how he was saying it for real, but he said you got the look, right? He said, nah, you there. He said, it's just only one thing. I said, what? He said, you don't think you can dumb it down, do you? I said, what? He said, just kind of tone it down some. He said, majority of our audience is not going to get what it is that you're saying. I said, what? But anyway, let me just go ahead and do this real quick. Let me go ahead and bring my folks up real quick. Dang, okay. We got two in the building. Y'all just give me this. Everybody welcome my man AC. Bow. And everybody welcome young Riaz. What's going on, Riaz? What's going on, AC?
Not much, man. I'm chilling. I'm chilling out, man. Not much going on here.
Okay. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah,
You
but
can hang out.
I feel you on what you're saying, though, bruh. I do. I've been I supported old school since I got into it. I was like 14 when I properly, straight up, like literally, when I got into a deep dive into hip hop stuff. When I was 14, I got into the old school stuff first, more and more. So I need to prove how different I was.
Okay. AC, what's up with you, bro?
No, but I feel you on that too. Sorry.
I can't complain.
Take your time.
How you feel?
Yes, you all right. Take your time.
No, but as I was saying. Okay.
How y'all
anyway.
doing up here this evening?
Not much.
I feel like, man,
That's
getting
good,
ready to
that's
go
good.
ahead and drop this daggone money for this car.
Okay. No, I feel
you. Yeah. One step at a time.
Yeah, it's just I was hesitant about if I'm going to get it or not, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop the bag. Okay. So that's what I've been doing today. I've been going through some paperwork.
Okay.
Nah, but what's up with you? See, what you feel about what's being talked about so far, my G?
I ain't gonna cap, bro. I just jumped in. I'm at my son lacrosse practice, so I seen you was live, and I was just wanted to tap.
So
in real
basically,
quick.
what's being spoken about is the difference between old school hip hop and new school. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you just listen for a little bit. I'm gonna push play on the video. I'm not gonna pull the video up, ladies and gentlemen, because it's all glitching and acting funny, and I don't like those type of lives. So we're just gonna do radio mode. We just gonna play it from the back scene. Let's go.
So now what happens is you can just be a
So I'm gonna start over his segment right here. So let's go right here.
Good man. After hearing Lil Yachty say he doesn't know the old school legends like Biggie, this underground veteran completely lost it and went straight for the throat.
Lil Yachty should shut the fuck up and get out of music. Get the fuck out of music, you bitch. You don't know music. How about that? No, the history of music, when you was a great horn player, you studied the horn players. You went to the spot and you checked out the great horn players in your neighborhood. When you was Sam Cooke trying to be a singer, you was in the church singing with the great singers. You was watching the great performers. And then when you went to hip hop, the people who started hip hop, they like Barry White, they like disco, they studied music, they loved the.
Now I have to say that is absolutely something that I personally. Okay, Sunkiss. Okay. What's up? What's going on? I see you, Odie. Yeah, we talking about old school music versus new school and the difference in rap and hip hop and stuff like that. So, and just like the difference in the change. But yeah, real quick to what he's saying, that is such a fact, bruh. Like I used to get in trouble for taking my dad's Isley Brother CDs and Delphonics and Stylistics and everything else. I used to get in trouble for that. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, from Kanye, Camp Lo, a whole bunch of people, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, all these people. How many folks do we not know that sample old school? That's what we really used to do, bruh. Because that was the kind of tribute. Hold on, Riaz. Because I don't want it to, for the replay, I don't want it to blend. We used to really, really like appreciate old school music just as much as the new school, right? So just as much as we was rhyming, we would want to take some of that old school flavor and mix it into it. You see what I'm saying? So we actually studied music, bro. How you think we got something like Party Like a Rock Star and all these other songs? Because we mixed rock and roll. Like, think about something that hip hop has not been incorporated and mixed into. And think about a genre of music that has not incorporated and mixed hip hop into it. But I digress. My mic is muted. What you got, Riaz? You go first. Counting 1, counting 2. AC, what you got, Native?
You hear me?
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say, can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah. Yeah. What I feel like, you know, a lot of rappers now, they don't grasp the concept that nothing new under the sun, and that you got a style from somebody. Like even when we go back to like G Herbos and we go back to all these off beat rappers like Blueface and Sada Babies and stuff like that. Like, bro.
Yeah. The originator of that was E40.
Yeah, like yeah. So and E40, Silk the Shocker.
Oh,
it was
no. Silk was just trash.
Garbage, even though he was garbage, bro, he had a cadence though. You know what I'm saying? He had his own cadence, and you see that now in the rappers now, you know, building their style up. Like, people don't understand that, like, there's nothing new under the sun. There's no brand new. You didn't come up with no brand new style, because if you listen to everybody's style, you could go back and trace where that style came from.
Facts.
You can go back to exactly where that style came from. It was somebody I was listening to, and I was listening to him rap. I can't remember who it was, but that new style, like that Migos style. It was a person way before the Migos that was doing that style, and I was like, yo, like this where they get that kind of style. When I really like sit down and think about who it was, I'm gonna text it to you so you can go back and listen to it. But it. Needless to say, what I'm saying, I'm gonna land it here, is that these young people need to go back and do their history. You know, they need to go back. That's what makes the artistry good. When you go back and trace the lineage of where rap came from.
Right. Man, it's crazy. I don't know if you went out or not, AC. Can you hear me? Testing.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, bet. Nah. So what we're gonna do? Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Listen, let me know when you want me to pause it, because trust me, it's a lot of dope that was said in this little joint right here. So I got this one video, and yeah, that should cover the time frame for this live. Let's go.
Okay.
You already heard something. Huh?
I can't hear the video.
Oh shit. Oh shoot. No, I gotta read. My bad, bro. Yeah, I gotta read. Let me do this. Bow. All right, let's go ahead and do it. Now listen, I'm probably gonna put it in the backstage, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, on radio mode so we can hear it. But if the video's glitching, I'm not gonna keep it up on the screen because it makes a bad live. Let's go.
A dude that don't pay attention to culture, you're just a Kim Kardashian talentless part of music. You're just a celebrity. You're not actually a person that cares about the craft, and you're bringing the craft down because the mainstream media will promote celebrity buffoons because they don't care about the culture.
But Rugged Man wasn't done schooling the new generation. He had the most brutal advice possible for the new rappers.
Take the cock out of your mouth and speak clearly, young man. This mumble, blah, blah, blah. Speak clearly. Let me hear what the you're saying. Down,
Pause real quick.
mass marketed.
Nah, but I get them though, bruh.
That's
Because
funny.
you know,
That's funny.
because you know something, the number one thing that folks always would tell me, like when they hear me, like I've always been told this, like, bruh, you're a good rapper, as far as good in the sense of like I can understand what you're saying. Like I'm very, even if I'm rhyming a little fast or whatever, I got a little tongue twister type jump. I'm good at what I do. Rappers nowadays, bro, you barely can understand what they be saying out they monkey ass mouth, dog. That shit be wild. What's
Ooh, good
going on,
question.
Rooster?
Wait,
What's
I
up,
was
Rooster?
gonna ask this question now, bruh. How many beats per minute can you rap though? Can you actually rap on 140 beats per minute though?
No,
When you say you rap
no.
fast though,
Oh, you talking about like, oh, as far as like speed wise, like a tongue
yeah, like
twister?
speed wise. When I say beats per minute, it means the speed though. When you say you rap fast, I meant like how many, you know, like the beats per minute, they put a number to it, right? And it shows you how fast, you know, it goes, right?
Yeah. So
So
I
I'm
got
going like in a technical term.
I have some songs where I have, you know, I did a nice little like
Yeah,
speed.
so basic.
I did a nice little speed. I did a nice little speedster to it, but as far as like a tongue twister, crazy bone type style, no,
Wait,
no,
like,
not
yeah,
on
do
that
you know
level.
how fast? Do you know how fast grime is? Do you know the grime genre I tell you about? You know how fast that is, though.
Now,
Traditionally, it's quick. It's really fast, though. You know, to catch the beat, it's like 140, though. So the beat is really, really fast, though. Like you're spitting, but you're flowing, but also you're spitting the bars really, really fast, though. And you have to catch the jump, though, as well, though. And you have to know which points to actually hit it as well, because sometimes you can miss the beat and then you have to actually bring it back and then have to do it again, you know?
yeah, I
That's
get
how
you on
quick,
that. Yeah.
that's how traditionally grime is. But then there's also slower grime and stuff like that. There's different variations to it. So original grime though is like fast, but then there's a slower version to it though, where you can, you know, they slow the beat down a little bit more, but
Okay.
like that aspect. So it's kind of similar in the aspect what you're speaking on, because some of the grime guys as well, you know what their problem is? Some of them, right, even respected OGs in that scene though, bro. You know what they said? The scene needs to evolve. Yes, keep the foundations on what the scene was built, but also evolve the scene, because the scene needs a youth movement always though. Because you know some of these guys are like getting older type thing. Yeah, let them keep going, and I respect them guys though. You know, literally, I respect OGs and all of that, bro. And I'm gonna support that. At the same time, no, gotta support the young guys too, though, because they're the ones we have to carry on after. You know, and
Thank
also though. Because the problem is also though, to cut it short as well, is at some point, right? If you don't have a youth movement, it's going to get phased out.
Mm-hmm.
I get
Okay.
real music will never die out, and that's true. But at some point, you need to have a youth movement to also, you know, keep going on what the foundations was built on.
Okay. You got it out, Riaz? You good?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. Now, I didn't want to cut you off. Okay.
Okay, but based on what I said, what you think?
You were speaking very fast, so I
No.
only caught bits and pieces. But when you're
Okay,
talking
but
about the foundational when you're talking about the foundational aspect of it, which is the
yes.
part that I did catch,
Yeah,
the
so in
foundation is.
summary, so yeah, okay, to
Let
summarize
me
everything,
Riaz,
continue, so
go on mute for me, Riaz, please. Thank you. Let me respond, Riaz. As far as the foundational aspect part of it, then yes, I absolutely do find a correlation in what you're talking about, as far as it's very watered down, and it's not grounded in what the true art form was based on. And that's the biggest problem with it now, is that it's morphed so much that it used to really be specific on something that was a foundational premise. So I get you on that part right there. But I wanted to move on to AC so I can go ahead and get this video keep
okay.
going, right? So we can keep moving. I got you, Riaz. Trust me, you're gonna get back in there. You're gonna get in there. Go ahead, AC.
So, all right. Man, what I was gonna initially say about the mumble rap and stuff like that, we're not taking into consideration that a lot of these rappers now is heavily influenced by drugs. So when we got the Young Thugs, I can't really say the Migos because you can really understand what the Migos are saying. But I would say Young Thug, I say NBA Young Boy, those style rappers where they try to harmonize and a lot of that is heavily influenced by drugs. So I feel as though if they wasn't on drugs, they'll be able to articulate better. You know what I'm saying? And then to Riaz's point with the beat per minute and you know, if they miss the beat, they got to start all the way over. That's a what you call a perfectionist thing. People want to perfect it and have it sounding the best way as possible. But a lot of times those little imperfections like that is what makes the craft good. You know, is what makes the rap good. Because when you can rap and miss the beat and then catch the beat again and get back on where you was at, you know, that shows what kind of rapper you really are. That shows your skill in the craft right there. Being able to miss the beat but still catch the beat, knowing that you missed that beat, going back and catching the beat again. You know, you're not gonna just some words you're not gonna be able to pronunciate fast enough or say it fast enough in order for you to remain on beat. And this is where that whole broken down style come from. But like the Biggies and the Jay-Z's and stuff like that, how they where they break down the word like comprehend. You know what I'm saying? So when they break down the words like that, that takes a certain kind of class. You got to be in a certain kind of class to do that and to make it make sense and to stay on track.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go ahead.
Based on what you're saying, though, I get you on that aspect, though. Yeah, that does make sense on a scale-wise type thing. though. I get you on that type thing too, the broken out type thing. Though, so I kind of feel you on what you're saying. That makes sense, though.
Reese back. The time right now was 6:18 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Let's get back to the video. Let's go ahead and listen.
Played over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's not a record. You could put it, he got some endorsements, he made some money. Put that record on in 10 years and see where it stands.
E40. E40 has been one of the West Coast's most consistent voices for over 3 decades. And when he sat down to discuss hip-hop's 50th anniversary, he couldn't help but address where the culture currently stands.
Where do you think the direction of hip hop is headed? Do you love where it's at? Do you like where it's going?
I don't like where it's at.
Really?
Because I feel like it's not enough creativity. A lot of people sound the same, bro. A lot of people sound the same. And they talking about a lot of copycat. A lot of them is saying the same thing over and over and over instead of mixing it up and saying, you know, I'm not trying to act like I'm hella positive, but I am. Because I always talk about the things that sound like it ain't positive. I'm a storyteller. It's really positive because I talk about the repercussions and consequences that can happen if you do this. If you slide, you spinning, you're doing whatever. Yeah. I'm a storyteller. That's what I've been doing ever since I was a little young mustache in the rap game.
E40 made it clear that he's not impressed with the direction things are heading.
Go ahead, Native.
Yeah, and I agree with him. And this goes back to what I was saying. It takes a certain kind of person. Now, if we look at the state of hip hop now, like he said, everybody sounds the same. Everybody, I can list everything a new rapper's ready to say.
Right.
I hit your chick. Right. I hit your chick. I popped the molly. or pop the perk. I bust the guns. I got jewelry. I got cars. Even though even though we go back to the 90s and we can hear some of the same styles, but it was different because you didn't have a T.I. sounding like 50 Cent. You ain't have a Jeezy sounded like E40. You know, people like E40 get labeled as a legend because he was able to do a style that nobody can fabricate. You can't copy an E40 style. You can't copy a Too Short style. You see what I'm saying? You can't copy a Little John style. Like, even though Little John wasn't even a big rapper like that, he was more like the hype man. Even when he did like really start rapping, you couldn't fabricate that. You hear people use Project Pat style, but Project Pat paved the way for a lot of rappers to use that style, but it doesn't sound authentic enough how Project Pat sounds. So it's like it's a lot of artists that really you can't put them in a specific category.
Nah, that's a good point right there. Let's get back to the video.
Oh, sorry, my bad, though. I was just about to say something after when he was done, but yeah, just about to play. I say quickly too.
Go ahead, just try to make it brief for you, so we can get right back to the video because I kind of want to get through the video some.
Okay, sorry, my bad. So basically, briefly, last time I get you on that aspect too, though, bro, where you was explaining too. You know, basically the way Giggs rap and stuff. Of course, you got that voice type thing, but you know, I was gonna tell you the AC as well. The way Giggs was back in the day, he was so hard that even his own enemies had to rate him. You know, his own ups had to rate him because you know what he was trying to create and the foundations he was trying to build and his type of sound. Like, it was that hard that even his own enemies had to rate him like that, you know. Literally, like his style though, yeah, like basically the way he's rapping, yeah, he could try to do it, but at the same time he can't do it like him, you know. He's that hard though. And that's why slowly he's basically, you know, the way he rapping though, and his style is translatable though, you know, in America. So he's creating his own wave, you know, small little wave in America type thing, you know, like he's creating his own thing over there as well, you know. So he got respect. Like literally though, you know.
Riaz.
Get to the video, sorry.
Riaz, please. I'm not trying to be rude, brother. Please. I said, please make it brief because I want to get back. I'm on a time frame. I'm trying to do this live within a time frame.
Sorry, go ahead, though.
That's why I'm saying I'm not trying to cut you off or stop you from talking, but I'm trying to get through this video. So I kind of want you to get your part off, like maybe when we get towards the end of that particular segment, so you can get your issue off nice and good before we move on to the next person talking, so on and so forth. Okay?
Okay, my bad. I forgot about that.
I appreciate it. Nah, it's okay. It's okay. No harm, no foul. You good, brother. You good. Let's go.
Specifically calling out the lack of creativity and originality that's plaguing today's rap scene.
What is the key to longevity? Staying consistent, believing in God, turning with the times, because the times will turn on you if you don't. You don't want to be outdated. You want to be gamed up. You know what I'm saying? You want to be locked in like a safe. You know, you want to be dialed in, buttoned up. Yeah, I make it look easy, but it's not.
Young Jock.
If you're struggling with depression.
1 second. We're going through a quick commercial. Let's get right to it. Let's go.
Young Jock might not be the first name you think of when it comes to hip-hop OGs checking the new generation, but during a Vlad TV interview, he went completely off about how today's music is poisoning the community.
I pray to God this shit resonate in somebody's mind, man. Top rappers, man, come on, man. We the influencers. All this opposite. Come on, man. Every time I turn on a song, it's kill. It's kill season. That's all it kill. I'm like, damn, I'm starting to feel like my grandparents. Y'all know what that shit feel like when you know how we love our music, our culture. We don't want to hear nobody talking about that's trash, that's poison. Boy, a lot of this shit is trash and a lot of shit is poison. It is. I can turn on the radio right now, take all the music out and just listen to what the we saying on these records and this music and shit, and what the our kids here that sit in the back seat or right there in the passenger seat with us, or when we got them playing this shit on our phones and the kids here, but this shit is poisonous.
Not only just that, it's garbage. We can go ahead and respond on this part right here. It's not only just that, it's actual garbage. If you remove the beat, remove all of the ad libs, all of the little sound effects and all of that, a lot of them, if you just listen to them by themselves on the corner, how we used to do it, or back in the cut when we just hitting the J, something like that, trash, beyond trash. Like, even down to the whole aspect of they don't even try to catch the beat, and that's become a style. Now, I get it. We come up to artists who actually was unorthodox in a flow, like we said, E40 who just spoke, even 3 Stacks Andre, he would be kind of unorthodox a lot of times, but it was something about how they still kind of caught the beat while being unorthodox in it. These dudes just purposely, it's like when I listen to a lot of them rhyme, it reminds me of how we used to make fun of white people dancing. Look at Tom, can't even catch the beat. Look at him, all off rhythm. We used to make fun of that. Literally, we used to make fun of if you can't keep rhythm. And we've adopted not being on rhythm. It's the weirdest. But even down to the aspect of when he talks about, man, if you was to remove everything and just let the kids hear just what they saying. Imagine your kids in the car, AC, and I just bust out, you like, go ahead, spit the flows for me, Smith. And I'm like, yeah. Suck on my da-da-da, let your mama die, da-da-ba-ba-ba. You'd be like, well, you would stop me before I got to the 3rd bar.
I was immediately cutting you off.
You would be cutting me off, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't get where how we got so far gone and not recognizing that we used to be gangster with it. We would be thug with it. We would be hood with it. We even be ratchet and all of that. But it still had a certain amount of substance. It was a certain amount of home cook that was still incorporated in what some may call that fast food. It was a certain amount of home cook that was still there. But go ahead. Let's go ahead and get to you first, Riaz. Let you get yours off.
Okay.
And
So,
then let's
yeah.
go ahead. You go ahead, go AC.
Okay, so so to cut mine a little short, like basically in the slowest way possible, is what I'm saying as well about the guy that I was saying. I sent a video as well, but also the way he was rapping as well. That guy as well, though, is the way he rap as well. Yeah, sometimes though the way he does it slowly and he delays the beat a bit, but he's still on beat and he knows how to rap properly, He knows how to do that. He still catches the beat. Is it sometimes slower? Yes, he knows how to do the fast and slow beat type thing, though, bro. Like versatility, They also say, though, bro, right? Consistency beats talent, because there's many talented people, but the most successful people are consistent. Yeah, that is agreement to it. But also, yeah, I feel you on that too, Yeah, of course, talent is important. I agree to that, bro. But at the same time, successful people are the most consistent people. But I guess, what do I know?
Nah, respect to you on that.
But do you think that's true though? Consistency beats talent.
Well, first and foremost, the talent brings about consistency, and consistency brings about talent. So it's synonymous. So it's kind of hard to even separate the two. What you got, AC?
Not only that, passion for what you do brings out the consistency. Because when you love what you do, you're gonna continue to do it. These people found the cheat code. They found out that if I say the most degenerate stuff, the most lowbrow stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take off, because this world this world now commends people who rap in that lowbrow sense. Like you said earlier, when you went up there to do your rap, and people was like, the guy was like, "Hey, bro, you too smart." See, that's the reason why Kendrick doesn't have to drop an album every 6 months, because what happens is it's basically what I'm trying to say is it's basically a quality over quantity. If I give you good quality, I don't have to come up with a whole bunch of quantity. This is the Drake effect. I don't care how many people say, "Oh, Drake's a good rapper. He's this, he's that." Okay, he don't have no classic albums. I can say that because you would have had to put out so many albums to stay into the light. You would have had to go with the hottest rapper at that time or the hottest person at that time to stay relevant.
Or the hottest sound actually, because I agree with you on that aspect. There with Drake, actually, he was doing the Jamaican thing 1 minute, then he was doing the UK thing another minute. So I kind of feel you in that aspect too. Literally, though, guys in the UK literally call him out for it.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have to do all these acts and do all these stunts in order to stay live. You know what I'm saying? So quality over quantity will always win. Will always beat.
I can agree to that. Also, the AC equivalent over here. You got. Oh, okay, sorry. Continue though, bro. I cut you off.
No. You good. Let's get back to the video. See what we got.
This shit telling me to triple cross my own kind. And my partner who I was to shoot him, set you up, your wife, your baby mama. Come on, y'all. Let's listen to it. Let's just take the music away, step back for a second and say, hey, rapper, give me some advice on how to be a better version, how to make it in this life. Take the music off and listen to their lyrics. That shit ain't gonna do no more send your ass to the grave or the jail.
Jock went off about how rappers need to take responsibility for the messages they're putting out and the real world consequences of lyrics that glorify violence and self-destruction.
Cause I myself, I got a song, couple grand, price tag on your head, leave your land where you stand. Yeah, I was on that shit. I was. And when I was going to the markets, I saw who that shit was affecting. I saw who it brought out. I saw them all. I see it to this day. I see them stand up and saying that shit and point the gun at me while they rap like, hey, goddamn, oh. Get locked up, you praising them. Get shot and survive, you praising them. Murder somebody, you praising them. Got a track record, you praising them. So to all my out there who own that shit, all that, the streets don't honor shit. Trust me, they don't.
Yeah, it don't. It doesn't honor none of that. Go ahead real quick. No.
I just want to say that part is the realest thing. He could have said, because I know a lot of people are not gonna like this, but I gotta call a spade a spade. If King Von wouldn't have got shot, or if King Von would have did the shooting, there would be no problem. But because he didn't do the shooting, and he known to be that person to do that, it's looked at upon a certain kind of way. Even with the young dude just now, Ben 10. If Ben 10 would have did whatever he did and got away with it, he would have been what? One of the realest niggas out there. Oh, he a real one. Oh, he a real one. You see how he did that? Yeah, he be stepping on stuff. That's why I rock with them NBA people. But now, because it didn't work in his favor,
he dumb. He's stupid. Why your dumb ass do that?
Yeah. And now look, people like, old boy ain't had to do that. He took it too far. I'm fighting for my life. You can't tell me how to take it. If I'm fighting for my life, I'm fighting for my life. This is a life or death situation.
Facts.
So yeah, that's one of the realest things. We gotta stop commending lowbrow people with doing lowbrow stuff. We gotta stop commending the person who rather. And I blame it on Jay-Z. I ain't even gonna cap. I blame it on Jay-Z because Jay-Z made it famous, made it popular. I don't respect the person who got shot. I respect the shooter. That's all. Marinate on that.
Nah,
I'm landing right there.
You on the hey, let's let that sit while we listen to this video. Let's keep on rocking out. You on to something, Native. Let me find out you sharp.
Trust me, they don't.
Raekwon. During a heated discussion with Fat Joe, Jadakiss, and Havoc, the Wu-Tang legend didn't hold back about the weird direction hip-hop's been heading.
My thing is just that now it's at an all-time high of a lot of sucker shit going on. And real, to be real, ain't really being like, yo, hold up. Nah, you know, because I look at our forefathers the same way we sitting here and we talking about the Canes, the this, the Ricks, the KRS, or that. You know, they taught us to be this way. This school is supposed to be this way.
Yeah, I get you, Raekwon, on that part. But the thing about it is, bruh, and I'm going to push play on the video again, fellas, real quick. The thing about it is, Raekwon, is that there's a separational gap in generations now. See, what you talking about is back when we actually did appreciate those who came before us. We're not in that world today no more in a majority fashion. When it comes to the hip hop era specifically, I'm not talking about overall community wise. I'm just talking about specifically the music aspect of this. It's you will hear you old all day and you will hear you YNs. That's why I don't even refer to like my little nephews and them that come by. I don't call them little niggas. I don't call them none of that because it's this. Hold on, let me mute you, Riaz, because you got to echo. Because it's a disrespect, right? What I do is I be like young blood, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say something that's more respectful. They don't call me anything that's disrespectful like Unc or nothing like that. They call me OG. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a respect factor. And they actually are willing to listen to what I have to say and what I have to pass down. Why? Because of how they see I carry myself and how I respect them. So I do believe that even though we're older, it has to be a mutual respect. We can't look at them as children when they're freaking 25, 27, 30 years old, just because we in our 40s and 50s. You know, just because we did come before them, I can't sit up here and act like I know everything. No, there are some things that they're hip to that I'm not now. So I believe that that's where that whole, everything he just said, I believe that's where a lot of that came in. You see where I'm at? You fellas want to get in briefly on that? Briefly on that, so I can get back to the video. AC, you got something? You good? Riaz, you got something briefly? Just making sure.
I'm good. Go ahead, start it.
All right, let's go.
You know, now it's turning into a different school, you know, and my thing is that do your thing. Shout out all the young, because one thing about me, I want you to get money, man, because hip hop saved a lot of lives, man. Facts. You know what I mean? And we turned the economy up into a whole different stratosphere. So get money. Do what you do. Get money. But stop.
AC. Is he there?
I'm here.
Real quick, briefly, and I'm gonna ask you because you old, you know, you're close to the age range, and you know, like I do. Would you say hip hop has saved more lives overall, or would you say that it has taken more lives overall? Because I'm talking about from the drill all the way back to Big L and Pac and Big. Has it taken more lives or saved more lives?
It depends. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible because that's a good question. It depends on how we're looking at it. Now, we're looking at it as a consumer base, then yes, hip hop definitely saved lives. But if we're looking at it as a not a consumer base, but as the person who's doing it, then I'm gonna say no, because it has taken a lot of lives of the people that we dearly love to listen to. So I'm gonna say, if I could put a percentage on it, and it might sound a little off, but I'm gonna say 65% to 45%. The 45 would be the people who actually hip hop saved them from certain things.
Wow.
65
So you would say
would be
65. Wow.
yeah, because I can clearly go on and on with how many people died from hip hop.
Wow. And one of my favorite songs back in the day from Lupe, Hip Hop Saved My Life. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Calling everything hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? Because everything ain't hip hop. You know, you might be ill at what your technique is. You know what I'm saying? But yo, that might not just be hip hop. That's not enough to be like, yo, all right, yo, you get the shit on your neck. The shit I hate the most.
You didn't earn the thing. Raekwon used the perfect analogy about the emperor's new clothes to explain how the industry is selling fake hip-hop to fans, and everyone is too scared to call it out.
So they sold him into something that wasn't real. But that's how I feel about the game right now. You know what I mean? Anything that say we supposed to just credit it, we supposed to just co-sign it. Oh, like seriously? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. My thing is just like all of us is man's man. So it's like, if we don't feel that way, you can't sell me that. You know what I mean? And I just feel like a lot of times we get sold on shit because it's a vanity move for everybody. It's putting a lot of shit to be shit that it ain't.
Ray made it crystal clear that the OGs need to step up and take it upon themselves to call out the whack shit that's being pushed as real hip-hop. Grandmaster Caz.
What y'all got on that?
Wait, well, I've got on that. Yeah, I kind of feel you on that aspect, bro. On what you're saying too, though, you know. I kind of get you on that aspect too. I also say though, when it comes to hip hop too, it also gave people a voice though who feel like they're not able to express that outside. You know, normally every other day though, right, gave them the voice to express themselves and basically express what they're going through personally. All right. So when you're saying, does it save life? Yeah, but same time, no. So it just varies on the person's lifestyle too. So it's basically the reason why on the person's lifestyle I put on that too is because it's the consequences with that lifestyle, but it's also what you choose to do with it as well when it comes to that life as well. But I'm only just speaking as a person, you know, when it comes to that lifestyle, outside looking in type thing. And I'm just basically a person who just likes and admires hip hop type thing. I'm kind of different. So I kind of get you on that aspect.
Respect. Let's go ahead, keep on rocking out.
Hip-hop pioneer Grandmaster Caz was asked about newer rappers in the game, and his response was brutal and honest.
Who do you really respect as rappers right now?
I can't think of none.
Can't think of none.
Joel Ortiz.
He's
kind of old now. He's one of the newest guys. I can think of Joel Ortiz, of course, Immortal Technique.
That's my man. He was just here.
Okay.
Now, everybody he's naming a lyricist, right? He's not naming folks that's more so swag like 2 Chainz or something. Let's go.
Right? And these are people like, y'all know, you may be thinking about A$AP Rocky or 2 Chainz or one of them. I don't even consider that, you know, hip hop.
Really?
Nah, it's just rap music, cats who got a deal.
Really?
Anybody can do that.
The powers that be who sign the artists, they sign what they want people to be influenced by. They sign what they want the masses to be influenced by.
I will say this. I get what he's saying, but I do believe it does take special individuals to be able to come with what they're looking for. Like if they're looking for swag and appearance and like people gravitational pull, not everybody has that. Not everybody naturally has that. Not everybody has that natural magnetic, like people just gravitate to you. So that is a talent in itself. But again, we're talking about something called the rap game. Like it's about how talented are you on the microphone, not your style of dress. And I'm rocking this, I'm rocking that, going to the jewelers. Let's go.
could just come up from nothing, say some shit on a beat, this and that, going, and that's their mentality. That's why you hear a lot of people, man, I ain't no rapper, I'm this and that. Okay, if you ain't rapping, what the fuck you doing with a rap record on the radio, asshole?
I ain't gonna lie, I can't stand that shit. I can't stand. I got you, AC. You in there. You in the next. I can't stand how they will have 3 mixtapes, an album, and they on tour, and they got the audacity to say, "I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper." How you not a rapper? You just got finished rapping. How are you not a rapper? You just got finished spitting bars. That's a rap. That means at that moment you was a rapper. What are we talking about? Go ahead, AC.
Yeah, I that we gotta blame Jeezy for that. We gotta blame Jeezy for that. But what I was ready to say is I get his point, but see, one thing I gotta give it to 2 Chainz. I gotta give it to 2 Chainz because 1, 2 Chainz didn't just blow up out of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? He didn't blow up this out of nowhere. He been in the game for a long time, and on top of that, 2 Chainz never portrayed himself to be who he wasn't. 2 Chainz was the dope man. That's what he raps about. He raps about the fly stuff that the dope people do. You know what I'm saying? He like you said, the swag. But we gotta look at him in general. He didn't just come up out of nowhere. It ain't the Sexy Red effect. It ain't the King Von effect. It ain't the Young Boy effect where you just pop up out of nowhere and that's the
Damn, you Borging.
He ran himself.
There you go. You was Borging for a second.
Okay. Wait, sorry, my bad though. I'm just waiting though for him to finish. So is it okay for me to speak?
No, I think AC, you good, right? Are you good? Make sure real quick.
Yeah. I would just say he had to rebrand himself to be who he was, but I'm done.
Okay, respect. Go ahead, Riaz. Go ahead, get in there.
I was just gonna say though, right? Over here, basically there was an artist called Nines though, right? Nines, he was a rapper, but he retired though. Now he basically doing film industry business and film industry stuff now. But when he was doing music, you know what he said though, right? He said he's not a rapper, but a drug dealer who raps though. The reason why, he says that. He said that it's not about money. When the artists say they retire, you don't believe that because they'll be back. He said, if it was about money, I would have just continued, life on the road trapping instead because he made more money in the trap than he did music, though. He continued music because he believed in himself, So it's just a way out. He's doing the in and out thing, but he found a way out,
He actually did. No, you gotta.
Yeah, but
all right, let's go and get back to the video.
He stated though, right? Just guys, just one question, all right, before we get to it. Question is, remember when I said earlier in the statement, I quoted what he said though, right? He said he's not a rapper, but a drug dealer who raps. What do you think of that statement when he said that? I'm quoting what he said.
If you have a rap album, everything you say about not being a rapper and a drug dealer only is nullified. Period.
Wait, nullified. So what do you mean?
Yeah. Nullified as in like it's like you cancel that out. You can't say you're not a rapper, but you got an album. I don't care if you still sell drugs on the side. You got an album. You're on tour. You're on stage. You're performing at the local nightclub, so on and so forth. You're doing what rappers do. Anyway, let's keep on rocking out. So yeah, that's primarily where I am with it. But let's keep going.
Don't disrespect my art form. Get paid and then be like, I ain't no rapper. That's like you ain't a drug dealer, right? But you go around all the drug dealers and be like, yo, I ain't no thug, I ain't no drug dealer. But you had everybody scared and thinking you was, man, about to f you up right now. You stupid. We come from a place where we did this shit because we did this shit. We did it for the love. All right, this is what we do. We play music.
Redman.
Imagine being able to.
Oh, and this is our last one right here. So yeah, that's why I was saying I just wanted to get through the video, fellas. Y'all good? Hold on, this is our last one right here. Let's listen to what Red got to say.
Interview. Redman wasn't holding back his thoughts on these newer rappers and what he thinks about the music coming out nowadays.
Well, it was just like from our era, from even the era before us, it was about being distinctive. It was about being different. It was about being original. That's why we uphold the names that we had from like Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Slick Rick, Redman, Keith Murray, Ghost. Look at these names. They're like superheroes. So when you put the artists out there like with this kind of I would say with this kind of a background, this kind of platform, the sound have to match the attitude. It have to match the look. We couldn't sound the same. That was biting. That was like, you know, we called that biting back in the day. You can't sound like this dude and win off his style. So it was about being distinctive. It was about being different and original in my era coming up. And far as what like the new music of the day, you know what it is, bro? It's the goddamn auto-tune. All right? Let's just look at the facts. The dudes who not using auto-tune. All right, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Joey Badass. Even Gunplay from MMG. That's my dude.
Gunplay got a great voice.
That's my
Great
dude right there. But they stand out. While everybody use auto-tune, you won't know who is who. And I agree with you on that. So it's just from the era I came from. Some of these guys are doing good music. It's just not enough to convince the masses that this era is killing it with the new music.
Redman made it crystal clear that if any young cats wanted to test him in a cypher, they were going to get smoked.
Competition's part of it, right? You love the idea of getting to come body these kids.
Got to body them.
Teach them something.
Got to.
You're gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn today. It's about perseverance. It's about catching that audience attention, not just as a whole, but individually.
Ice Cube.
And see, that's where I'm at with it. You smell where I'm at, AC, before we get up out of here. So my whole thing with all of this is there was a certain like effort, cadence. There was a certain amount of how we actually delivered. But more than anything, it was about capturing the audience. Now nowadays they capture the audience through shiny stuff, like everything exterior. We used to actually capture the audience through literally what was coming from within inside of ourselves. Right. And so it's a whole different dynamic because how do you not catch somebody's eyes when you come on the stage and you lit up like a Christmas tree? Of course, people gonna look. God dang, all that shiny stuff. You got this on your wrist, this on your neck, everything else, blah, blah, blah. And you got the background to go with it and everything. But if you was to take all of that away and just have them rhyme, it's like, man, it ain't nothing there, bro. That shit ain't. It's like, what are we listening to? Seriously. But what you got for this? You know what I'm saying? As we go ahead and close it out, what you got, AC? Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, yeah. What you got to close it out with before we get out of here? Because I gotta go make dinner.
Bro, basically, you know, hip hop is gonna keep evolving. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep progressing. We can't keep it the same. But what we can do is weed out the non-talented from the talented. And I'm ending on that.
That's what's up. Respect. Well, with that being said, I appreciate any and everybody for stopping through. Everybody give it up for my man ACOG and give it up for Riaz for coming through as well. And we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. We're going to play a nice little tune as we rock out. Let's go ahead and do it. Shout out to the family. Y'all have yourself a wonderful evening. Travel safe, eat healthy, pray often. Much respect to you.
We fly high like dragons in the sky. Go, go, go.
This the main event.
We fly high like satellites. Come fly with me like the wind beneath your wings.
This elevation to the max, give me space. I'm in space, this calm, this is cool mix. And it's safe. Let's be real, keep it going, keep it fly. Let's get high off the life.
We fly high like dragons in the sky. Go, 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 go. We fly high like satellites. Come fly with me like the wind beneath your wings. Now let's let the choir sing. Now let's let the choir sing. Oh.
Now let's let the choir sing.
I digress. My mic is muted.